No, because disco's not rock. Welcome to DNR Music. So today we're going to be doing the most popular rock songs from 1951 all the way to 1991. It's kind of a mix of at the time and some ones that are popular too.
So is this like one for each year?
Yeah.
Okay. It's now who decided what's the most popular? How does that?
Me. I
You
use
decided.
Google and other
Okay.
trustable sources.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to start off with one that I hadn't heard of until this, and it's pretty good. We have 60 Minute Man.
From 1951.
Yeah. We're starting this one off, 1951, by Billy Ward and the Dominoes.
Okay.
Then we have Lottie Miss Claudby for 1952 by Lloyd Price.
Had you ever heard this one?
Yeah.
Oh, you had?
Elvis
Never
has
heard
done a cover of it.
Oh, Elvis did
Yeah.
it.
Then we have Big Mama Thornton's Hound Dog for 1953. Obviously Elvis covered this one, and
Oh. I thought this was an Elvis original, so it shows you what I know.
well, he doesn't write any of his songs.
Well, that doesn't mean that he did. I know he didn't write it. That doesn't mean he wasn't the first to release it.
Then we have, from 1954, Shake, Rattle, and Roll.
I do know this one.
Yeah, it's a pretty popular one. It's more early rock, one of the more first famous rock and roll songs. Then 1955, We're Gonna Rock Around the Clock, from the same album, Rock Around the Clock.
Wow.
Ringo's done a version of this. It's not the best version. Speaking of that, he's releasing 3 new EPs, and the Beatles are releasing a new song with using AI.
What do you think of that?
I'm excited. Then 1956, Don't Be Cruel. This is a pretty famous one.
So Elvis started to pick up at this point. What do you think of 50s music? Are you
I like it.
Yeah?
We went to a 50s diner. Yeah, it's pretty good. We have All Shook Up for 1958. Or no, 57. I like this one. From Elvis Golden Records. One of my favorites Elvis albums, and the first one I heard. Then we have 1958, we have At the Hop.
I know this one.
Yeah. It's a pretty good one by Danny and the Juniors. I think they're a one-hit wonder. Then we have 1959, Mac the Knife by Bobby Darin. It's more of a softer one than the other ones we've heard so far. And we're gonna get into the 60s with
Oh, boy.
1960, It's Now or Never by Elvis.
I don't even think I've ever heard this song. This was the most popular song in 1960.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
Oh, I do know this song.
One of the top ones on the Billboard Hot 100 that.
Okay.
Also how I decide. We have Runaway Girl by
I think it's Dion.
Dion. It's another softer one. Good. Then for 1962, we have Big Girls Don't Cry by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Four Seasons aren't that popular anymore. Kind of.
They're classic oldies, though.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they had on VJ Records, it was the Beatles versus the Four Seasons. You could take score. We should do that sometime for another battle of bands. For 1963, we got Surfing USA. It's a good one since it's summertime. I listened to Beach Boys all year long ago, so.
Obviously.
Then 1964, we're gonna get the Beatles with I Wanna Hold Your
Oh,
Hand.
boy. We're into the Beatles.
Yeah, British Invasion started this year. It's a more famous Beatles song, but Paul doesn't really do this at his concerts. Then 1965, we're getting to more folk rock with Mr. Tambourine Man by the Byrds.
So this has got to be a big upset, right? I mean, the Beatles were huge in 65, right?
Yeah, the number one of that year was Wooly Bully. There was other ones, but rock wasn't one of the number ones of this or 1966 either. We have I'm a Believer by the Monkees, originally by Neil Diamond. And for 1967, one of the most famous rock songs of that year, because it might not have been the most famous song of the year, but it was the most famous rock song. I feel like we have Hello Goodbye. a Magical Mystery Toy. First one on side 2, not in the movie though. So at least on the side 2 of the Beatles ones, it was just the other songs from the movie, and this one was just in the US. 1968, we have Hey Jude. So this is the number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 of the year. So a very long one, 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
Did they play this whole thing on the radio like that? 7-minute song?
On a single version. Then for 1969, we have Sugar Sugar by the Archies. I don't get how this one was the most popular. It's not my favorite. In fact, the Archies were like the Monkees. They weren't actually a band. They were a cartoon. The Monkees weren't a cartoon, but they weren't really a band.
They were a
TV show. 1970, we got Creedence with Who Stopped the Rain. Kicking off the 70s. I like this one. I didn't know it was the most popular of the year though. 1971, we have Joy to the World by Three Dog Night. It's got an interesting cover. That's a background. I don't know, there's a city on there's some like ocean. 1972, we have Crocodile Rock.
Is there any disco gonna show up in the 70s on your most popular song?
No, because disco's not rock.
Oh, these are the best rock songs?
No, it's not popular.
Oh, okay.
1973, we have one called Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree by Don and Tony Orlando. This one was a pretty popular one, I guess. It's not surprising that we can't have Beatles on it because they had a lot of famous ones for Beatles solo in that year.
It's true.
1974, we have Killer Queen. This one's from their Sheer Heart Attack album, which on their News of the World album, they eventually had a version of that song. 1975, we have one of the most famous rock songs, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Do you like this song?
Yeah, I like it. It's overplayed, I feel like. It's not the best one, but it's pretty fun. 1976, we have Hotel California. It's another pretty famous one.
I would say so.
It's famous for Eagles. It's a good one, I like it. It's just, I feel like it has a long intro, and I feel like a single version could start right here.
Okay.
In 1977, it's a melody that I couldn't find a medley version of it, so We Will Rock You / We Are the Champions. It was one song.
Oh. This is all for what year?
1977.
Oh.
It's a nice one to play at sporting events because they made it so that you could clap along and get it. Then we Are the Champions.
So this isn't 78, this is also 77?
Yeah, because it was a medley of the year and I couldn't find a version of it, so.
Gotcha.
They're both two famous ones. In 1978, we have Surrender by Cheap Trick. I just recently heard this when I was playing the Beatles. 1979, we have Another Brick on the Wall Part 2 by Pink Floyd.
Just Part 2, huh?
Yeah, that was for some reason the most famous one. 1980. In the 80s, we have Call Me by Blondie. Yeah, so this was more of a new wave one. So for 1981, the year you were born.
It's true.
Yeah, I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
I was rocking out to this in the crib.
Good one. It's more of a rock, more of a harder rock than the other ones. 1982, we got another famous one, Every Breath You Take by The Police.
Probably getting into a little harder rock as we move into the 80s, right?
Yeah. Then 1983, we have Girls Just Wanna Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper.
Whatever her name is.
Lauper.
This is maybe a little more pop, but
yeah.
it was okay. 1984, we have Jump by Van Halen. So this is another hard, but it's got that 80s synthesizer. A lot of them have. 1985, we have the Super Mario Bros. Theme song, because that's the year it came out. No, we have Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Yeah, you had me going.
Really?
Kind of.
It's a
Do
long
I know
one.
this song?
They had a famous
Yeah, I
one.
do recognize it.
This isn't the most famous, in my opinion. I feel like the most famous is Sultans of Swing.
Oh, yeah.
This one's a long one, 8 minutes and 26 seconds. Then for 1986, we have Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. This is another pretty famous one. Let's go to classic. It's a pretty famous one.
It's a classic.
Yeah. 1987, we got Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses.
I don't think I realized it was that old. I figured it was more of an early 90s song.
Oh, it's not. 1988, we got one I didn't hear originally. Orange Crush by R.E.M.
It's a great song. I was really into this song, but not in 88 or whatever. Much later.
Is this about the soda? 1989, we got Black Velvet by Elena Miles. Whoever that is. I don't know this
I feel
one.
like she was a one-hit wonder too, right?
I don't know. 1990, we have a surprising one that I was surprised to find out, but it's Unchained Melody by the Righteousness Brothers. From 1960. Was this in some movie or something?
What?
It was probably in a movie or something, because I don't know how this
There was a Righteous Brothers song in Top Gun, but I don't think it was this one.
This one's from 1965, but it's on here.
Well, I don't know
Somehow.
why. Maybe someone can tell us in the comments
How this became one.
why it would be so popular so
And
late.
then 1991 is our last one. We have Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. Another famous one from a famous album, Nevermind.
So why did we stop at 91? No, I'm not complaining.
I don't know. I just
Oh, okay.
thought.
All right.
I thought that was like more of the almost maybe a little early years, and it's such a dynamic and diverse set of years
Okay.
from which each one is different from each other. So yeah, like
So what's your favorite song on all those?
it's hard to decide. Maybe Who'll Stop the Rain, Hello Goodbye, I Wanna Hold Your Hand. Maybe something from the more late 50s, mid 60s.
That's probably where I would have guessed. It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. This was interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah. There you have it. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.